Hi Scorpio, it's Jenny Fitterer here. I'm here with your March Tarotscope. I have a single card for you for the month of March. The first 2/3 of the month is Pisces season, which will close out the energetic year, and then equinox will happen, and that will commence Aries, which is the beginning of the new energetic year. So the card that I have for you this month, Scorpio, is the Knight of Cups reversed. So this is the way that he looks, the right way up. So we have this figure, looks like Napoleon on his big white horse, kind of charging up. And he looks pretty little, though. He's holding up this big cup. And then all around, there's this sort of feminine silhouette kind of encapsulating him. And it came out upside down like that. Okay, so let's see what the Knight of Cups has for us this month. Get the right page here. Right page. Okay, here we go, Scorpio. Knight of Cups. Living faith. Great feelings and passions, your dreams and your personal goals are always a matter of faith. Past experiences can neither prove nor disprove future possibilities, but any reasonable and rational belief system will make use of all information gathered and take into account the feelings of all in a positive as well as a negative sense. Beliefs are like an ever-present cloak that we wrap ourselves up in and take with us wherever we go. Inappropriate beliefs hinder and stultify, making every step hard and sluggish. Appropriate beliefs, in contrast, are supportive, inspirational, and uplifting, helping us overcome any difficulties. Dali uses the 1800 painting by Jacques-Louis David of Napoleon charging to exemplify human willpower and passion. A female head with a very pronounced chin observes the horseman. This indicates that the Knight of Cups is enveloped, fulfilled, or imprisoned by the lady, or more generally, person of his heart. The whole spectrum of passion, ranging from courtly love to frenzied infatuation, from loving devotion to woeful obsession, is contained within this card. The difference in scale of the small horseman in relation to the big female head hints at Oedipal bonding, a mother complex. Or it might indicate the direction of evolution, from small to big, from internal drive to the external aim to grow and develop. What personal meaning does this card have for you? Faith can move mountains. Big emotions move us the most and enable us to move the most. We are equipped with heart and mind so that we can experience and live out our deeply felt passions. What are your mental, emotional, and spiritual goals? Practical advice. Avoid naivete as well as superstition. Question and examine. Identify what moves and supports you in the long term. Do your sums and update your bookkeeping. Find a trustworthy conversation partner. Okay, Scorpio. So this card feels generally Scorpionic in a lot of ways because it's talking about big feelings, big passions, the feelings and the big emotions that drive us and that are so connected to our will. So our willpower is of course, how we're going to move forward and impress ourselves on the world and create change. And generally speaking, the fuel to our willpower is our emotional state, is our passion. So our will is often, it's usually, between those two emotional states of fear and desire, moving towards that which we want, the sort of carrot metaphor, and moving away from that which we fear. And that's kind of running from the stick. And of course, that doesn't have to mean a directional pull. Sometimes we charge towards what we fear because we want to eradicate that fear so that we no longer have it. So whatever it is, but we're very, very motivated by our emotional responses to that which we desire and that which we fear. And that fuels our goals and our willpower and gives us the strength to charge forward. So this card is really like suggesting that you land in to those big emotions that might be coming up, that it is a really good time to be aware of and experience that range of emotion and that range of passion. And again, reminding us that which we have passion for, there's a long range of, I'm not going to say healthy or unhealthy, but there's a diverse ways in which passion drives us. Sometimes it's infatuation, it's single-minded, it's not very rash, it's overcome with this desire. Sometimes it's this devotion, and it's very practical, and it's very very patient, and it's this long burning passion that's this fuel that keeps us going in a very steady way, and all kinds of things in between. So because this is coming up this in March, so towards this is the end of the energetic year, it sort of feels like this review of sort of what this past year has been for you, what your driving motivations have been, the passions of fear and desire, and both as a summary of what has moved you, what has been your fuel and your willpower for this past year, and what feels real and true right now to be taking into the coming energetic year with Aries season. So it's yeah, like it's sort of questioning is what does this card mean for you? What sort of emotions are coming up? And then those emotions are going to be the fuel for your goals. So, of course, any sort of New Year is a great time to be doing a review and looking at goals. Pisces season in particular, we're really thinking about our passions, we're thinking about our vision and our dreams. And so when we look at, it's very related, our passions, our desires, and our emotional fuel is very present. Our emotions are a very big part of our grounding us in our experience of the now. Our dreams are going to both be fueled by our emotions and our passions of the present that then also fuel into what our goals of the future are going to be. So our passions are going to drive our reaching for our dreams, and then our trying to manifest and use our willpower to bring those dreams into fruition is part of how we move forward into the future. So this season is looking at our dreams and our visions using that Pisces energy in order to push us in our Aries season when we want to dive forward into what we're going to be doing for the new year. So I don't really necessarily have any more specifics than that for you, because this is your time to examine what those passions are, and they're going to look different for all of you. So this is this invitation for reflection, but not reflection from a disconnected space. It's reflection on emotion, which is being in it, feeling what's important to you. Diving in and like really allowing the presence of those feelings to guide you, because you might find that once you try to examine things that you've been feeling throughout this year, something that maybe some months ago was really, really deeply important to you, and it had a lot of fuel, your infatuation or repulsion or whatever it was, you might think about it now and you're like, oh, that doesn't seem that important right now. That feels like it's cleared. It had so much hold of me, but that doesn't feel like where my passion is right now. Maybe something that was sort of budding or on the back burner, something you were denying before, not really looking at, has now come to the forefront in your emotional experience. And that is what is going to really push you forward. So it is this kind of review. And just to see where do you want to go in this new year. And then once we have equinox, which is this sort of balance of light and dark, initiating Aries season, then we get this new spark. We get this new sort of inspiration and energy. And so if we've already done the work of examining our emotions and our passions and trying to connect with what does that mean for my dreams, what do I want to create in the coming year, then when we get that spark and that rev, we can use it in a direction that we've already thought about, instead of just like, not really sure what we want to do, and then we just get this spark and it sort of makes us jump. But if we don't have that connected to a dream that emotionally has emotional potency for us, it's kind of like a false start. You're like, I've got this energy, but it kind of falls apart because it's not connected to any sort of passionate fuel. So if you do the work earlier in March to do that assessment, kind of do that emotional year review, then when we have Aries season, you're going to be really, really primed to use it and get out of the gate in a really strong way. So that's what's coming up for you, Scorpio, this month. If you want any additional support, the Pisces season Pay What You Can forecast is up and available on the YouTube channel. This month, because Pisces season commenced in February, which is Black History Month, the donation link is not to me. It is to a particular organization in support of Black History Month. So really appreciate you being very generous this month because that will be going to that organization. The donation link will be in the description of the video, so do check that out. And then there will be additional support, more information on the transits that are happening this March, or up at least until Aries season, and that'll just sort of help you with your kind of year-end review of your emotional drivers. So that's what's up for you this month, Scorpio. I wish you all the best, and I will see you next month.